Well, hey everyone, this is Dave Dubeau here with another episode of the Property Profits Real Estate Podcast coming at you from beautiful Puerto Vallarta, Mexico. And on the call with me for this special Investor Spotlight episode, we've got Tim and Lia Francisco, who are a real estate investing powerhouse couple coming at us from beautiful Bow County, Montana. How are you guys doing this fine day?
Doing good. Thanks for having us. And it's Silver Bow. You're close.
Well, there you go. Yes, right. Silver Bow County. My apologies. So you guys are focusing. You've been doing it in the real estate game for a number of years now, and you're focusing primarily on buy, fix, and sell or flipping properties. So tell me a little bit about what got you into real estate investing in the first place.
Yeah, that's a good question. We were at a business seminar for a completely different type of business, and the speaker was talking about how Robert Kiyosaki recommends having 7 different streams of income. And of course, a lot of people, he wrote the book Rich Dad Poor Dad, and his main source of income
that famous purple book,
real estate investing. So exactly, that's right. So we started looking into it more and doing some more research, and we knew that that's what we wanted to do to build passive income for a variety of reasons.
So how did you guys get started? What was your first thing after you read the purple book? Then what did you do?
Well, next week will be our anniversary, so 6 years married, and we actually started by deciding to buy a duplex to live in for our first house. And we lived on one side and rented out the other. And we had a really great experience with it. Eventually we moved out and rented out both sides, and then eventually sold it for a profit. So that was how it all started.
Another one in the process.
Yeah.
Well, that's exciting stuff. I think they call that these days house hacking. So you were house hacking before it was even called house hacking.
Exactly.
All right. Well, that kind of got your feet wet with that kind of thing. And then what kind of real estate deals have you done since then?
We've been mainly working on wholesale deals at this point. We moved out of state, so we had sold those properties, and we wanted to build up a little bit quicker some cash nest egg for our real estate investing. So we've been doing wholesaling, the most recent.
And I'm also a real estate agent. So I've been working with both buyers and sellers. And also we did have some rentals for a while and are now looking into, we should be closing on 2 rentals here in Butte soon. So we're looking forward to that.
Well, that's wonderful. So that's exciting, because the beautiful thing about wholesaling, for people who aren't familiar with what wholesaling is basically you're finding motivated sellers and you are getting involved in that deal and then basically passing that on to other investors. But by doing that, you're getting very, very good at finding properties that are under market value. Would that be a fair assessment?
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, that's fair. Yeah, we spend a lot of time doing that, for sure.
And I would think, Lia, correct me if I'm wrong, but your position as a realtor gives you a unique overview of things, because you've got, first access to properties that become on the MLS. You've got an insider's view into these kind of properties. So it's really kind of a double whammy there. You guys have got that double impact with the wholesaling and the realtor side of things as well.
It's really nice, because Montana is a non-disclosure state. And so in order to figure out what properties are being sold at, you need to have a realtor to help you with figuring out comparable sales, to see if what you're buying is a good deal or not. So when she's your wife, that makes life a lot easier.
That's the perfect power team to have right there, Tim. You lucky son of a gun! I tell you what, that's good. That's fantastic. Okay, so now you guys are starting to focus on buy, fix, and sell. Some people call this flipping. Talk to me a little bit about that. Why is that your focus these days?
What is one of the main reasons is you get a quicker profit with those than you do with rental properties. The two properties that we are right now that we're ready to close, we had thought about flipping them. They just don't happen to be good properties to flip in terms of getting a profit, but they are great properties for rentals. But that's going to take time to make money off of those in the beginning, as we're building up the rental income. But fix and flips is you're going to be in there hopefully just a few months, get the property fixed up, and then you're selling it for a profit, and you can get that money back quicker to reinvest into other properties. And then the other benefit is that it's you don't have to deal with the hassles of being a landlord or management. Although we're going to have to do that, that's the one benefit. Why we want to focus a little bit on the fix and flips.
That makes sense. So basically, you're able to get in and out of the deal quite quickly. You're able to create a profit for you and your investor partners very, very quickly there, and you don't have the typical long-term headaches of dealing with tenants, toilets, and termites. You're in and out pretty quickly.
Right.
Yeah. Well, that makes sense. And plus, it really ties in nicely with your experience doing wholesale deals, because you guys have gotten very, very good at finding these motivated sellers. All right, you guys. So you guys now are focusing more on buy, fix, and sell, or flipping houses. Tell us why that particular real estate investing strategy really resonates with you.
So, one of the main reasons is that we can get a quicker profit from that with the fix and flips. We just talked about the two properties that we're buying as rentals. We wanted to flip them, but they just weren't appropriate to flip because we weren't going to make a good enough profit with those. And we'll profit off of those, but it's just going to take longer. Whereas a fix and flip, when we buy that, we're going to be in there for a few months, hopefully, and then be able to sell that, get the profit from that, and then be able to invest that into other properties that we find. So the other one is then, is we don't have to, with the fix and flips, you don't have to deal with the management, so the hassles of managing the property and landlord issues that go along with that.
The terrible T's: tenants, toilets, and termites. You don't have to worry about any of those things when you do the fix and flip, right?
Yeah.
Well, and it makes sense too, because that really feeds in nicely with your strengths. You guys have been focusing on wholesale deals for a while, so you've gotten very good at finding undervalued properties or properties that you can buy at a deep discount. Lia, you're involved as a realtor, so you've got good access to those kind of properties. So yeah, it really makes a lot of sense. And you're in and out very, very quickly. So you and your investor partners can get a very fast return on your money. Yeah, that makes sense. All right. So let's talk a little bit about what market area you guys are focusing on. Where is it that you're investing these days?
So our fix and flip and rental properties, we are focused on the Dubeau County area. That's the biggest, most populated county. We don't live in that county, but we're right next door. But that's the property that, we're close to home, so it's easier to manage, those properties being local. And then for wholesaling, we have been working on Oklahoma City and Jacksonville, because those are bigger cities and you have more opportunity to find better deals there.
So Lia, what would you say are some of the,
do it remotely?
So sorry, Lia, what would you say are some of the big benefits of this market for doing buy, fix, and sell?
Well, where we are right now is very small. Butte is a little bigger. There's right now a lot of people are putting their house up for sale for high prices right now. So we're able to give people some other options. But then as a real estate agent, I can also list it. So we have that benefit. And I think also it's just it's a more affordable cost of living for people. So we can keep the rents fair. We can keep fix and flips fair. We can help people to buy at an affordable cost. And then that also, people want those houses because they want to pay less right now.
Right.
Yeah,
That
and,
makes
and
sense.
even Silver Bow County is lower. The prices are lower than the national average, and they're one of the lower than Montana themselves. So that makes it easier. And Silver Bow is it's still a mining city. It's an old. I mean, Butte was known as the copper. It's a copper city. In the 1800s, it was one of the most wealthiest cities in the country, and so. But now, obviously, there's a whole bunch of things that happen where that's not the case, and there's a lot of houses that could use some fix and flipping. So
I'm hearing there's some properties that need a little TLC, tender loving care.
Yeah.
Is that correct?
Yeah.
Okay, so what would you guys have been in the real estate game for a number of years now, and Lia, you're a full-time realtor. What would you say is, as a couple, what is your unfair advantage when it comes to real estate investing?
We really love working with people, and we have a lot of years between us experienced with people. Tim is also a physical therapist. I'm a mental health therapist, and our whole careers have been based on relationships with our clients. And we really seek to build a rapport and build trust and help people. And I think that really helps. And also, we've had tons of training. I mean, he has taken so much real estate investment training, and I have had a mentor for real estate, and we've had coaches, and we just seek to always learn and always learn more and give a lot of options to the different people that we're working with.
Yeah. For example, just as with a seller, as an investor, it doesn't have to be just one offer to the seller. We can provide many different offers to them to help them in whatever situation they're in, whether it could be wraparound mortgage, all different scenarios that that a person that wants to sell their property can be in, that we can offer solutions for them. And that's what we truly, like Lia said, truly desire is, as Christians, we really want to demonstrate God's love to these people, and being able to offer them solutions, to their problems is what we want to do for them. And I think that, is an unfair advantage, for us to help people.
Yeah, that's a wonderful outlook. You really are looking to create win-win outcomes for not just yourself and your investor partners, but for the home seller as well. Because again, typically these folks are in situations that they need help from, and you can offer them a variety of different solutions.
Exactly. Yep.
Yeah. Very nice. Very, very nice. Now, what would you say is the biggest lesson that you guys have learned from real estate investing over the years?
One is nothing's guaranteed.
Yeah.
Whether it's the real estate market, which also can depend on the global economy. It could be the deal, the property. There's so many different variables in real estate that you really have to be flexible in your mindset going into each property and in your business. Is that really helps. You can't be set in this is the way it's going to work. And this is, you have to be flexible. And like I said, even with the market, sometimes the market says rentals are better, sometimes the market, fix and flips are better. So I think that's the biggest lesson I've learned with it.
Yeah. And to add to that, I would say that I've learned that everything is negotiable. So there's I guess I didn't realize the amount of work I'd have to do on myself to be in real estate, because it's the way that you look at things. I've looked at things as big problems sometimes and crises, but in real estate, it's just kind of everyday life. You never know what's going to happen. You can predict the best you can plan, but there's things that come up. So you have to look at it like challenges to learn and to grow, and not as insurmountable problems. And then also that you have to work in the negotiations, and usually things will come around and they'll work out.
That makes a lot of sense. And I would imagine that both of you, with the years of experience that you have, and the fact that, Lia, you're working in this day in, day out with other real estate clients, pretty much any scenario, you've probably seen it by now.
There's been many I didn't know I would ever see, but I did.
Yeah, it's true.
So you guys, you're big fans of real estate. I'm a big fan of real estate. Do you think real estate investing is for everyone? Do you think everybody should be involved in real estate in one way or another?
I think in a practical sense, everyone could do it, but I don't think everyone will do it or follow through with it. It's just the way it goes. And but I think that if you have money, you can still invest in real estate, and you don't have to do the work. You partner with investors like us that do the work, and you can still invest in the real estate and get your profits out of it without having to put all the work in that we're putting in.
That makes a lot of sense. Yeah, because there's active investors and there's passive investors. You guys are very active investors. You're boots on the ground. You got the experience, you've got the training, you've got the know-how. Other people would like to get all the benefits of real estate investing without getting their hands dirty, so to speak. So it's kind of a match made in heaven if they come on board as passive partners and you guys are the active partners and everybody shares the profits. It's a win-win scenario. Yeah, that's great. So you guys, this has been a lot of fun. If people want to find out more about you and connect with you, what's the best website for them to check out?
Our website is tlfranciscoproperties.com. It's TL for Lia Franciscoproperties.com.
That's pretty easy. That's fantastic. Yeah. Well, thank you guys very much. It's been a lot of fun having this conversation. And I wish you continued success. I wish you continued success with your real estate journey.
Thank you very much. I really appreciate it.
All right. Thank you very much, everybody. Take care, and we'll see you on the next episode. Well, hey there. Thanks for tuning into the Property Profits podcast. If you like this episode, that's great. Please go ahead and subscribe on iTunes. Give us a good review. That'd be awesome. I appreciate that. And if you're looking to attract investors and raise capital for your deals, then I'm going to invite you to get a complimentary copy of my newest book, right back there. There it is. The Money Partner Formula. You can get a PDF version at investorattractionbook.com. Again, investorattractionbook.com. Take care.